Rick Santelli, go get him.
Well, you know, it's all about, in my opinion, definition and choice. Definition, I don't disagree with our guest, Richard, about stimulus, but I haven't seen any stimulus. I've seen a lot of spending. And in terms of choice, austerity isn't something people are going to volunteer for. The creditors are going to force it on them. So I think these issues are much different than we're selling them. You know, we don't have a new Hoover Dam. We don't have a new electric grid. We paid a bunch of salaries and benefits and extension benefits, unemployment with a lot of that money. That you save jobs because you pay teachers because states couldn't afford it. I don't think any of that really falls under a definition of stimulus.
Yes, you know, Steve, following Rick here, the IMF has done a study that for every dollar of government spending, you only get 70 cents more in GDP, and after year 2, it goes to 0. Now, I think we're going to 0. No wonder our borrowing ratios are so high. When are we going to learn that this kind of stimulus isn't even what Keynes argued for many years ago?
Larry, let me jump in. I'll disagree. Even if it's 70 cents on the dollar, that's better than 0 on the dollar.
So let me get this right, Richard, my friend. You borrow a dollar,
right?
you borrow
You lose
a dollar
30 cents.
You borrow a dollar to get 70 cents, and you lose 30 cents? Boy, that sounds like a bad deal, my friend. I wouldn't want you trading my account. I mean, the whole American account is going deep in the debt. I mean, I don't know where these.
Argument.
I don't know where these. I want to go back to
Richard DeCaser. It sounds like you were willing to admit that the multiplier is actually negative. I can't believe that you're willing to embrace that and you think it's still a good idea.
That's not a negative multiplier.
It's not negative, and it's even less, by the way, for tax cuts, I might add.
Oh, no, it's not. I might add, by the way, if you look at Christy Romer, which looked at it from a Keynesian side, she said for every dollar tax cuts, you get $3 more in GDP.
No, negative multiplier is actually the technical term when it's under 1. I mean, it's not a negative number.
Right. And Fred Smith of FedEx told me last night that for every every dollar of lower corporate tax rates or every dollar of cash expensing, you get $8 more in GDP. And that's why I ask Rick Santelli, you know, Rick, what's missing here is why don't we lower spending and marginal tax rates to create a more vibrant private sector and some new incentives for investment and jobs, Rick? Isn't that what's missing from this discussion?
Well, yes. I mean, the notion of stimulus is you want capital in the system. But when you have artificial stimulus, you give capital to the people that aren't really creating an expansive employment scenario or creating something that's actually positive for society. What you end up doing is putting capital to businesses that on their own couldn't get capital. And that's for a reason. The market didn't allocate it because they didn't deserve it.
Rick, why is it artificial to keep teachers in the classroom and cops on the beat and firemen in the firehouses? To me, that's not artificial stimulus. That's just good policy.
Because that's what people pay property taxes for. And if the state of California, when the bubble was going on, raised boatloads of property taxes, why should the value of somebody's house make collecting garbage more expensive, running transportation more expensive? It doesn't. They spent all the money. So why does my share have to pay for their teachers?
And Steve, can I